What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to talk about the wrist pain that some of us get from doing a lot of push-ups. So check it out. So I've been dealing with, I'd say, almost chronic wrist pain over the last couple years, and I didn't have an issue with it before, but it did start to flare up over the last year to where I had to consistently wear wrist wraps and whatnot. And I understand why this is happening. Between punching, and compromising my wrist that way, sitting at a desk, grappling specifically, because you're constantly moving around on the ground, having to put our hand in positions, grip strength, all this stuff. So my wrist, my forearms are constantly taxed. On top of that, with my strength training, the Olympic lifting and the kettlebells and all the different ways that I put my wrists in compromising positions, it's not so much that I'm doing anything wrong and compromising the integrity of my wrist. It's just having my wrist in flexion constantly in all the different things. And then you add in the body weight strength training that I do, again, to enhance my grappling, moving around on the ground, bear crawls, push-ups. And I do a lot of different push-ups and burpees and everything, so my hands are constantly going into the ground. This creates a lot of flexion in my wrist. So to mitigate that, I've learned to do a lot of different stretches. I've tried different barbell things to strengthen my forearms, but nothing has quite gotten rid of it. It comes and it goes. There are different things that I use that help get rid of it from time to time, but it always seems to come back. I'll put a video up here where I cover some of the things I use to get rid of the joint pain in my wrist. So, given the amount of push-ups that I do, and just training on the ground, different stuff like that, I did come across these bear blocks, and I was wondering if they would kind of help. Now, they are similar to a lot of other things you can do to just stack your joints and keep your wrists in a straight position so you don't cause wrist pain while doing push-ups. But I liked the way they looked. I was interested in the product, so I grabbed it to see if this would eliminate wrist pain from push-ups. So, I do a lot of push-ups and a lot of body weight stuff. It's just a great way to train given all the different types of training I do. So body weight is a huge training method. And because of that, as I mentioned earlier, it does cause me quite a bit of wrist pain. So a couple of things that I do is there's times that I use wrist wraps, right? And these are some wrist wraps from Rex. It's a new company my man Jake started, and these are my favorite wrist wraps. These are really good. So those help sometimes. Outside of that, I do a lot of stretches. Bob and Brad have a really good video on wrist pain. I do a lot of those stretches. Sometimes I do some dumbbell work to kind of strengthen my forearm, but that doesn't seem to get rid of the pain. For a long time, I used these. Now, the perfect push-up is awesome, and I use these at least once a week. And so the question becomes, why would you need this when you could just use these, right? Or, better yet, why would I purchase this for $50 when I could just use dumbbells, right? And that's what some of my people do. They put the dumbbells on the ground. I have handles at home, but here at the gym, you just throw some dumbbells down and you've got a solid grip and you stack your joints and you protect your wrist. So that's absolutely an option. Same thing with the perfect push-up, it's a grip. So if you want to get handles and whatnot for push-ups, that could be an affordable option. I think that's $20, $30 depending. Dumbbells are very expensive. They have other push-up handles on Amazon, wherever else you look, $20, $30. So why spend $50 on this? The craftsmanship is there, guys. There's non-slip stuff here. There's grip here, and it's just the way that it sets your wrist, okay? And it's basically the proper position. not full flexion on your wrist that causes pain, right? But your wrist is kind of here. And I've been using these all week, and I've been doing between 60 to 100 push-ups on these specifically all week. And I do feel the difference. And you could do different positions, but my hands are set and it just feels smooth. And like any type of handles, you can go deeper. So you can just engage your muscles in a deeper stretch, right? Going deeper into your push-up. Doing like head down so you can hit your push-ups like this. So the grip is money, man. Like, the design is flawless. The grip, I get it, it's appealing. The question just becomes, you know, I have to say, after having these, I do love them. I do like doing push-ups on them. I love the grip. The craftsmanship, I understand why they cost $50. It's metal, it's solid. This thing is not gonna break, but this will not break. This will last. This is steel, metal, whatever, it's solid. Okay? As far as storage, come on. This just goes in a corner, right? You need space for dumbbells, you need space for handles. So all of that is to the appeal of the bare blocks, right? But if you don't want to shell out that money, and but you're having issues with wrist pain when you do push-ups, a lot of push-ups, or just training, bodyweight training in general, and you'd maybe like to save your wrist when you do push-ups so that they don't hurt when you do other bodyweight training, then, you know, obviously you can get just regular push-up handles or parallettes or perfect push-ups or dumbbells and save yourself some money. You know, I'm all about saving money. But if you want to splurge a little bit, man, I recommend these. These are pretty dope. And again, the quality is there. And I really do enjoy doing push-ups with these. So using these does help eliminate the wrist pain from push-ups. In the end, guys, like I said, it's a good product at a decent price. The price does match the product. If you don't feel you need to spend that kind of money on a product, because it is a nice have, but it is not a necessity. You can work around that to protect your wrist. The reason I'm looking for ways to protect my wrist during push-ups is just one less time while I'm training. It's one less thing keeping my wrist in flexion, so that when I'm doing all the other body weight things and I have a weight vest on and I'm grappling, doing movements on the ground and doing body weight, doing Olympic lifting. When I'm doing all these different things, it's one less thing as far as doing like hundreds of push-ups a day. It's one less thing to add stress to my wrist and my forearms. So check it out if you want. I'll put the link, of course, in the description as always. Outside of that, guys, just keep taking care of your wrist and whatnot so that you can keep training. And next to that, be sure to keep training, no excuses. And we will see you in the next video.